Hey everyone, welcome back to the Coin channel. Seeing XRP in the green when you wake up is always a thrill. In this video, I cover a lot of material that I believe you might find fascinating. In this video, President Trump discusses using XRP to pay off the nation's debt. On the channel, we've been discussing this for a while. This contributes to that. I also want to talk about how insane $10,000 XRP is. With central banks entering the market at the moment, I can demonstrate to you through math that it's not that crazy. I do believe that we will succeed. Additionally, this movie contains a wealth of additional news and information, but let's start with this first. If a Layer 1 blockchain is subject to that kind of governance, it cannot operate as designed. 48% of the Xrp Escrow is owned by Ripple. During dinner, President Trump, Brad, and Stewart decided to provide the U.S. Treasury 35% of the Xrp escrow that Ripple controls, between 35 and 40 billion XRP. Ripple would still be the largest corporate holder of XRP by far, with between 13 to 18 billion XRP remaining, well below the 20% threshold that permits them to be regarded as decentralized. It's still possible that Ripple will be the lender of last resort. Ripple has just resolved their biggest issue. How on earth can we distribute all of this XRP while adhering to the relevant legal requirements? Next Monday, this deal will conclude. Jimmy believes that Trump will then revalue XRP at a much higher price than it is already selling at. In fact, this is rather fascinating. This is precisely how we discussed it perhaps as recently as a month or two ago, when my most popular video was released. You do realize that I broke down the numbers. What would the price be to use Bitcoin to settle U.S. debt, correct? How much would it take for Bitcoin to accomplish that? And it's really that simple with XRP, isn't it? At $10,000, a billion XRP is worth $10 trillion. You will have the ability to delve deeply into this. There were a few things that didn't seem quite right to me, but let's finish this discussion before I go back and address the few things I heard that didn't make sense. Recall the events of 1933. When FDR raised the price of gold after confiscating it and everyone turning it in. This is yet another gold, 33. We could, if you will, re-equitize or revalue XRP. And Trump would remark, oh, let's say it's worth $10,000 a coin, just for laughs and shits. Based on the value of XRP over the next 20 years, that is what we believe the net discounted present value to be, what it will accomplish for humanity. And I'm going to assign this token a $10,000 value. Then, Trump adopted a strategy from the FDR slump. Currently, the U.S. Treasury holds between $350 and $400 trillion in XRP. What if corporations, Russia, China, and the United States were to split up the known world geography? Okay, really fast. It isn't feasible since, thus he brought up XRP ritualist. According to him, the United States should receive between 30 and 40%. 40% or 30 to 40 billion tokens or something like. However, there are only 37 billion tokens of escrowed XRP. Therefore, they would only be giving roughly 18.6 billion XRP at 50% if they gave even 50% of the escrowed XRP. His stats are therefore a bit off. However, the plan is to provide the U.S. government XRP that is in escrow so that it can get it to some of the biggest institutions. And I believe we could actually conduct a little more research and go a little deeper into that novel and intriguing topic. This week, I'm going to spend some time trying to find anything that might cause us to think that this might truly happen. Therefore, I simply thought this was a really cool concept. I hope that was useful to you. We should continue. I wanted to have a peek since you always see, I believe, that's who he was quoting here, Jimmy Valley. In this clip I showed you Jimmy, I believe he was referencing Jimmy Valley. Jimmy Valley, thinks that if all of the money is involved, XRP might reach, 1,0,0,0,0 to 3,5,0,0,0. Let me just tell you that it is 14 seconds. It relates to what I'm going to show you, although you've probably seen this before. He would agree. This would therefore occur instantly with each coin worth between $10,000 and $35,000. Because, our life will either be the same or different, I'm not sure. Take a look at this. In actuality, the United States would only need 1 billion XRP to obtain 35 trillion from that if XRP was worth $35,000 a coin. Correct. 1 trillion is equal to 1,000 billions. Therefore, 35 trillion is what you would have if you had 35000 billions. Quite easy, correct. The United States currently has $36.5 trillion in debt, and it continues to grow. However, because of the sheer volume of use cases, I can see XRP rising to $36 million per token, but I don't see Bitcoin doing the same. Almost anything of value can be added to the XRP ledger. All of these central banks are essentially interchangeable. Each of these banks has its own stablecoin that you can use. On the XRP, everything can flow. Let me demonstrate. As more central banks and financial market infrastructures enter the market, people want to purchase and hold onto XRP over the long run, don't they? The circulating supply will be drastically reduced as a result. You can't really do much with Ripple's escrowed XRP other than release $1 billion or whatever it is each month, after which Ripple makes the decision about what to do with it. If the US government were to receive half of this, they would need at least 1.5 years to accomplish it. I want to show you the circulating supplies though. Due to a significant sell-off, there are currently 62.8 billion XRP in circulation. You'd be at $10,000 per coin if this could be reduced to 10 billion XRP, and $100 trillion was added to the XRP ledger. All right? Thus, since there are private marketplaces, you may suppose that the total amount of money in the globe is probably around $2 trillion, if not more. The value of public markets is approximately $1.4 trillion. You will have more than $100 trillion if Ripple receives 5, 8, or 10% of the global value. All right? Additionally, you should be aware that 5% of $100 trillion is in circulation, 20,000 that is. At 10, you are at $10,000 if there are 10 billion coins in circulation. It's really doable, in my opinion. Then Versen comes along, and let me play while his brother talks to Andy Schectman. Diversify widely within the main trend, thus valuable metals would be involved. That would include foreign currencies, cryptocurrency, farmland, agricultural ETFs, and even greater oil and gas. In the main trend, you are widely diversified. It's the path to success. Identifying the main trend is the challenging part. You and your brother have done a fantastic job of demonstrating everything to us. You see, I made the same error. I mistook this for his brother. Edo Farido is here. It isn't his brother at all. It was my fault. Oh, what's the main trend? That's what I've been attempting to do. And that's for a dollar that's dead in the end. You know, we only collect $5 trillion in taxes annually, but we owe $28 trillion in bonds that are due in 2028 in 3 years. That's 15 trillion compared to 28 trillion in bonds with 3-year maturities. That doesn't include the total amount of debt we accrued up to that time or the cost of running the nation. Math is involved. Right now, it's all about math. Therefore, if you think the dollar is in jeopardy, diversify widely within that trend of a declining currency rather than investing heavily because you think that's how you're going to become wealthy. In addition to becoming rich, you will leave the casino with money in your pocket regardless of how things turn out, or at least a far higher possibility of it. There are a lot of fascinating things stated here, aren't they? Isn't the United States in trouble? You know, this enormous debt clock keeps getting bigger and bigger. Additionally, throughout the coming years, a significant amount of money is due. How will the United States approach that? Correct, or go through it, Yes, that will take place under the administration of the current president, under the Trump administration. Therefore, I believe that Trump will do all within his ability to ensure that nothing negative occurs during his presidency because he is aware of how this might significantly impact his legacy. He could also give the go-ahead. Xrp